Hey guys, welcome back. This is another jam-packed update for you. So this last week we started out getting Zurreal used to having a saddle pad on her back. We are not planning on riding her before the makeover, but we wanted to get her as close to ready as possible. As expected, she did not like this at all.
I've got a feeling this is the night. The stars are aligned, trouble's all out of sight. In the flashing lights, we are born. We move to a higher plane where no one's been before. Let the rhythm flow all night. We dance until the morning light. We can keep it on forevermore.
Next, Camille put a surcingle on her. I had only put a belly rope on Zurreal once before this, so this was really new. The next day, we took her to an arena to practice for the handling and conditioning class that we're entering in the makeover. I don't have any footage of that, but basically we set up a mock setup so that we could practice. We practiced for about an hour and then Zurreal practiced tying. I am proud to say that Zurreal can now successfully hard tie. This took a lot of work, you guys, and spanned over the course of about a month. She beat herself up pretty bad learning how to tie. That's why the halter kind of looks a little janky. Camille came up with an idea to make the halter more padded. The extra padding helped Zurreal not cut up her face when she pulled back. After that, I loaded her into a trailer that she had never been in. It had a ramp, which she had never experienced before, but she walked right in like a champ. The next day was similar. The whole session was focused on getting her used to having that saddle pad strapped on. She's really making progress. It's so interesting to me that she has a big reaction to each new piece of equipment, even if they are similar. It might have been the feel was different with the silicone underneath, or just the fact that this was still new and she was fresh and ready to move. I accidentally filmed these clips in slow motion, but check this kid out. She is so beautiful. I love watching her move. She wore the saddle pad on her for a few hours while she ate and hung out in the round pen, just to let her soak and get used to having it on her back. Next, it was time to saddle her up. Honestly, I was surprised with how well she handled it.
Stumbling out of bed, and I still got you in my head. From all those pretty words you said, it's like I'm wasted. Every time I see your face, I'm losing track of time and space. I don't know where I am, it's like I'm wasted, and I won't waste it. And I promise that I will stand by you forever. I can't get you out of my mind. I will follow you.
Should have brought my helmet. Not yet.
I'll follow you, yeah. I'll follow 'cause I don't wanna slow this down. My heart is screaming out your name. I'm wasted on you. Here we are, right underneath the stars. So let's get a little reckless. You make me breathless, and I won't waste this. And I promise that I will stand by you forever. I can't get you out of my mind. I will follow you wherever, and I won't waste this. I'll follow you, yeah. Yeah, I won't waste it.
Actually pretty mild.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's compared to what we've seen she can do.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Maybe this is finally the thing that you said. Remember at the beginning, you're like, oh, the rest is going to be so easy.
Sorry, I lied to you.
I promise that I will stand by you forever, and I won't waste this. I'll follow you.
Isn't she so cute tacked up all English? I think she would make someone a very cute English mount. Today was the day before I went to camp as a counselor for 4 days, so I wanted to spend a lot of time with her. We took her to the arena to practice handling and conditioning before it got hot outside. We have been practicing our stopped trot transitions, and boy, will those tire you out in the Texas sun. Then I saddled her up English and walked her around the arena.
You sweaty, huh? Yeah. You did a lot of work, huh? Yeah. You're so sweaties.
I got a blocker tie ring to practice safely tying her to the trailer and inside the trailer. Up to this point, Zurreal had not been tied in the trailer. Although she didn't use any of the release it provided, it was there in case of an emergency, and it gave me some peace of mind. She did great with tying to the trailer and tying inside the trailer.
That's good.
Then I cooled her down with a rinse off and took her back to practice tying to the trailer. It was a good long morning of work for her, and it was just fun to be next to her for hours on end. I've really missed having her in my backyard this last month. It has been so good for her to be at Camille's and get a lot of exposure to a lot of different things, and I've been able to go and watch Camille work with her and also get lessons with working with Zurreal. It really has turned out to be the best decision for both Zurreal and myself. When I got back from camp, we took her to get her feet trimmed by a professional. Sometimes farriers like to just get straight to work, and this farrier took his time petting her and getting to know her before he tried to pick up her feet. I really, really appreciated his patience and gentleness.
Trot around, take it on.
She's probably like 2 weeks of intensive training away from being ready for a rider. Problem is we only have 1 week.
Okay, let me brag on Zurreal for a second. So the farrier is here working on her last foot of the day. The first 3 were successful and everything went smoothly. Then, all of a sudden, a dog came bounding over out of nowhere to say hi and snatch some hoof trimmings. This is not a dog Zurreal is familiar with, and we had not even seen it yet. It darted right behind her and she had no reaction. She was a perfect angel. I was so proud of her.
Wild Mustang who?
I know, for real.
After the farrier left, Camille and I went on a ride and left Zurreal and Yoshi tied to the trailer. They were napping when we got back. Such good little Mustangs. Then we headed off to get their health certificates done so that we can cross state lines from Texas to Oklahoma next week. She did not love having her temperature taken, but she didn't kick or anything. I think she was confused with what was happening, but she did great, and of course she passed. Camille took these pictures of Zurreal for me. I think she looks so good in English tack, but which discipline do you think she'd be good at? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.